Hello, it's Dr. Pryor, and today I am making a video in my summer series about sun safety. Next time we're going to talk about bugs. Especially mosquitoes. Ooh, I hate those things. Well, 3 weeks ago I went walking with a little small group and I got a sunburn because we were only supposed to walk in the morning, but we ended up walking until 1:30 p.m. and so I was not prepared, didn't have any sun screen on, and I was wearing a tank top, so I got a pretty nasty burn. So check out these photos. It was painful. Okay, so with the sun, you really need to have protection if you're going to be out there, say more than 20 minutes, because UV radiation is a high energy radiation and it comes from the sun, and with it, most of the UVC gets absorbed by the atmosphere, but UVA comes down and it's a longer wavelength, so it gets absorbed deeper in the skin and the dermis and can cause DNA damage and really can cause the wrinkles and the photoaging, a lot of the damage. UVB gets absorbed in the top layers of your skin called the epidermis, and this is what gives you the sunburn and causes the really painful red skin. Yeah, sunburns stink. I hate them. But anyways, ways you can protect yourself from the sun is if you try to go out before 10 a.m. and then if you can go out after 2 p.m. because between 10 and 2, the sun's highest in the sky, so more UV is being absorbed into the atmosphere. So yeah. And basically, when you are outside, if you seek shade, cover, then you're protected. So that, it makes sense if you wear a hat. And that's how I didn't wear sunscreen for 3 years. I would wear a hat around, and I never had a sunburn on my face or my shoulders or anything like that. So hats are great. Sunglasses are a necessity if you're going to be outside a long time in the bright sun, because especially with us light colored eyes, it gets absorbed and it can contribute to cataracts and go into the retina back there and contribute to age-related macular degeneration. Yeah, and also clothing has, all clothing has some protection from the sun unless it's got holes like this, but with the clothing that's made specifically for sun protection, it has a UPF rating, which is ultraviolet protection factor, and when it has a UPF of 30, it absorbs 97% of UVA and UVB radiation. But if it's got a UPF of 50, then it absorbs 98%. So yeah, good, or 100%. So good protection with a UPF 50 if you are going to buy clothing. And let's see. So now we're going to talk about sunscreen, because if you're going to be out where it's really hot, you might want to wear tank tops, and so you're going to need some sunscreen. Or if you're going to be at the beach and around water, you need to wear sunscreen because the UV radiates off the water, can cause a nasty burn if you're out there a long time. So with the sunscreens, you should really not buy a spray one like this one is, because they have been shown not to give you uniform coverage, and so they're not considered safe anymore. So you really should stick with the stick or the lotion. And really, to cover the whole body with lotion, you should use about a shot glass worth. Now, with the sunscreen, there's only 2 ingredients that are safe that don't get absorbed in your skin, and that is zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. And these are safe. And so I found this one that's made with zinc oxide at 20%. And so this is a good one. Now, 70% of the products on the market have a compound called oxybenzone. This is not a good product. But first, let's talk about SPF rating. So with SPF, the SPF don't worry so much about this. It gives people a false sense of protection if it's over 50. Really, there was a study that showed, let me read this study real quick. Basically, a study of Londoners vacationing in the Canary Islands found that when used correctly, an SPF 15 sunscreen provided sufficient sunburn protection. Why is this? Because an SPF of 30 gives you 97% protection from UVB rays, and so a SPF of 50 will give you 98% of protection. So it's incremental, as the rating goes up. So yeah, 50 is a perfectly good number. And back to oxybenzone though, it has been found when they did a study in 97% of individuals in their urine. And why? Because it's basically absorbed in your skin as you wear it, and it gets peed out into the waterways, and it's dangerous and kills the coral reefs and dangerous to the fish because it reacts. And so oxybenzone is not good for us either. I'll read a study for you. So in 2001 study, researchers from the University of Zurich in Switzerland found that rats who ate food with oxybenzone mixed in had a 23% increase in uterine size. Yeah, bad. So what does that say? It's also been found to be an endocrine disrupting compound or chemical, which is not good. But with the uterine increase, this can play a role in why some women have really heavy bleeding with their menstruation. It can be contributing to PCOS, can really be contributing to infertility, also for breast tissue, polycystic changes, really endometriosis. Yeah, so not good. Now, when they looked at this compound, they found that it is small enough that it passes through the placental barriers. And when they studied it, they found it in the urine and blood of pregnant women, and also in the fetal and umbilical tissue of babies. And they found that people with a medium to high level of this in their urine was associated with having neonates with Hirschsprung's disease. So Hirschsprung's disease is a problem with not having the neurons that help with peristalsis activity in the colon. So let me finish this study. So testing in human cell lines confirmed that low levels of oxybenzone has the potential to disrupt cell migration and function in a manner similar to what is associated with Hirschsprung's disease. Yeah, so not good. And it's in 90 or 70% of the sunscreen products on the market. So yeah, so back to safe. Try to find ones with titanium dioxide and really make sure that the chemicals are safe in here. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and if you could, you can reach out on my Instagram and for an appointment. And if you could like this and subscribe, thank you.